All right, let's dive right into this explainer and uncover the massive strategic marketing engine operating behind the scenes of Gmail. I mean, we look at it every single day, often multiple times a day, right? But we rarely stop to actually consider the sheer genius of the business machinery that's keeping it running. So let's break down how Google built an absolute powerhouse of a platform right under our noses, essentially transforming a simple inbox into the central nervous system of our entire digital lives.
It really begs a fascinating question. How do you market a product that's already completely free? Almost everyone uses it, and it costs absolutely nothing for personal use. It's a fantastic business mystery. Think about the colossal costs involved here. We're talking about maintaining massive server farms, paying top-tier engineering salaries, and managing exabytes of data for billions of people, all for zero subscription fee. So why put so much effort, time, and literally billions of dollars into aggressively marketing a tool when you aren't charging the end user a dime? Well, to understand the underlying genius of that strategy, we have to look back at where this whole thing started.
Picture this. It's 2004 and Gmail launches its beta. And they actually did it on April Fool's Day. They offered 1 full gigabyte of storage, which at the time was about 500 times more than competitors like Hotmail. People literally thought it was a prank. It sounded way too good to be true. But, as we know, it wasn't a joke. It was a meticulously crafted strategy. Since then, it's grown to serve billions of users worldwide, making it the undeniable dominant force in digital communication. And they didn't achieve that level of global dominance by accident or just purely through word of mouth. It was driven by a brilliant, long-term game plan designed to capture and keep our attention for decades.
So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. The billion user freebie. 2. Marketing to the masses. 3. The Gmail marketing mix. 4. Strengths, weaknesses, and threats. And 5. The future of email. Kicking things off with Section 1, the billion user freebie.
The really crucial point here is that Gmail's primary objective isn't actually direct inbox revenue. It's all about bringing you seamlessly into the larger, interconnected Google ecosystem. By offering an incredibly high-quality free service, they increase global user acquisition and build this intense customer loyalty through highly reliable and secure communication. But the real magic? That happens when they retain you. Gmail acts like a massive anchor. Once you're using it, you're firmly anchored into Google Drive, Docs, Meet, and Calendar. Gmail is that heavy hook that secures you to everything else they offer, pretty much ensuring you never actually need to leave their walled garden.
Moving right along to Section 2, marketing to the masses. To unpack how they pull this off, we're going to look at STP analysis. This is basically the secret sauce for figuring out exactly who wants your product and how to talk to them. It acts as the hidden blueprint for how a company addresses its market. It stands for segmentation, which is how you slice up the entire market into groups, targeting, which specific groups you go after, and positioning, how you want your product to be perceived by those people. Without this framework, businesses usually just waste millions shouting into the void, hoping someone out there listens.
Now, the sheer audacity of Gmail's approach here is wild. Their segmentation covers almost everyone. They look at demographics ranging from high school students to working professionals to massive multinational businesses. Geographically, they think globally and basically ignore borders entirely. And behaviorally, they're just seeking users who want reliable, free email. Because of this incredibly broad segmentation, they utilize a mass marketing targeting strategy. Now, mass marketing is usually a terrible idea for most products, but here it's absolutely perfect. They aren't going after a small, highly defined niche. They're targeting literally anyone with an internet connection. It's a strategy of pure, unadulterated scale.
But how exactly do you appeal to everyone at the exact same time? Well, through very deliberate positioning. They want to be the rock-solid brick foundation of your digital life, combining lightning speed, bank-level security, and a seamless user experience into one fully integrated hub. When you think of email, they want you to instantly associate it with a product that isn't just a tool, but the most reliable pillar upon which your entire daily productivity operates. It's safe, it's incredibly fast, and it just plain works.
All right, on to Section 3, the Gmail marketing mix. Think of the price element as a really clever funnel. The completely free individual user experience acts as the ultimate gateway to those highly lucrative corporate workspace subscriptions. This is where the master plan really comes together. You use it for free at home, you love how user-friendly and reliable it is, and suddenly you're the one advocating for your own company to adopt the paid Google Workspace. It's a flawless, frictionless transition from personal, everyday utility to massive enterprise revenue. They hook us for free, and then they monetize our workplace. Now, as for the product side of things, it's absolutely vast. When you use AI Smart Compose to finish a sentence, or you rely on it to seamlessly filter out thousands of spam messages, you're interacting directly with a product strategy that has evolved way beyond a simple inbox. Gmail is a massive cloud ecosystem, evenly distributing its weight across Drive, Docs, Meet, and Calendar, with each taking up a solid chunk of this ecosystem pie. And all of this is backed by an incredibly powerful AI search engine acting as the brain, making sure you can find that random 10-year-old receipt in less than a second. When it comes to the place and promotion parts of the mix, Google has this almost unfair advantage. They essentially own the billboard, the highway, and the car you're driving in. They leverage their own massive digital assets like Google Search, YouTube ads, and the entire Android device ecosystem to ensure Gmail is accessible everywhere and constantly right in front of you. If you buy an Android phone, boom, Gmail is right there on the home screen. Whether it's cross-promotion within other Google services or just the organic word of mouth that comes from regular, exciting feature updates, they completely control the channels that broadcast their product to the world. Next up, Section 4, Strengths, Weaknesses, and Threats. Looking at their strategic landscape reveals this really fascinating tension. On one hand, they offer immense free cloud storage, an impossibly strong brand reputation, and excellent spam protection as major strengths. But simultaneously, they're battling internal weaknesses, primarily growing user privacy concerns, limited offline functionality, and an extreme dependence on constant internet access. And while they have huge opportunities to aggressively expand AI features and capture even more of the business market share, they face very real external threats. Competitors like Outlook and Yahoo Mail are always lingering for sure, but more importantly, privacy-focused alternatives like Proton Mail are fighting hard for market share amidst a landscape of constant cybersecurity threats and shifting global data regulations. Which brings us to our final section, number 5, the future of email. The source material lays out a crystal-clear roadmap for their ongoing competitive strategy. To maintain their dominance, Google is doubling down on 3 massive pillars. First, nonstop continuous AI innovation, which requires staggering amounts of computing power just to write your emails and predict your needs. Second, heavily upgrading their cybersecurity and spam protection to stay ahead in this never-ending cat-and-mouse game with hackers. And third, expanding their footprint by integrating even deeper into business productivity tools, ensuring they remain the default operating system for the modern workplace. Ultimately, as the source notes, Google's success relies entirely on this constant state of evolution. Retaining billions of users in the tech world means never standing still, because the exact moment you stop innovating, someone else builds a better mousetrap. They've built immense brand trust through high reliability and a really user-friendly design, but they have to ensure Gmail remains deeply ingrained in our daily lives through these ongoing massive investments in AI and security. Which leaves us with a pretty massive question to chew on as we wrap up this explainer. There's this delicate balance happening right now. As ever-changing privacy regulations inevitably clash with massive, fast-moving AI advancements, will your free inbox remain just a simple communication tool, or is it destined to become the ultimate automated manager of your entire digital identity? And honestly, what is the true cost to our privacy for that level of convenience? It's definitely something to think about the next time you open your inbox.